皆さんどうもこんばんは。それから、最後までですね、これだけの方が、残っていただいてありがとうございます。最後のセッションをできるだけ盛り上げたいように頑張りますので、私ボードキャピタルの中と申します。よろしくお願いします。So thank you very much, everybody, and this is going to be the last session for today. And I'm very happy to introduce you the bunch of the great investors and entrepreneurs, actually from all over the world. So this is going to be a very the global session, and we are going to talk about the biggest topic, Web3 and AI. So what's going to be the future of this market? And let me start by introducing myself, and then goes to each speakers what they do, and then after that we are going to talk about the future of global market. So myself, I've been in the investment banking industry for a long time, more than 20 years, and I started by trading fixed income bonds, then FX, equities. So I've been mostly in the real asset world, and I became the co-CEO of Citigroup Global Markets in Japan, and so in that time, we have been. It was on a very good market until the Lehman shock. So, I enjoyed trading all those real assets. But after that, as you know, the market crashed, and I think the world has changed. So after that, I started my own business as a boutique investment bank. But also, I started my own, investment company called Board Wall Capital. So. Today, I will be a little bit bad guy because I've been investing in the equity market and the fixed income market for a long time. And to be honest, I'm not the strong believer of Web3 as well as AI. I still don't believe. I'm probably a very conservative guy. So today I want these gentlemen to convince me or convince you that this topic, Web3 and AI would be the future of global market. Okay, so let me pass to Jay.
Thank you for moderating. My name is Zhao. First of all, I'm surprised that so many people stayed in the last session, so no pressure on us. I take it. We're a VC fund based in San Francisco. We primarily invest in AI-first companies. A few backers in Leonis Fund 1 are backed by researchers and engineers at OpenAI, Anthropic, and NVIDIA. The funny thing is that when we started the fund, we got funding from OpenAI, and people think it's kind of cute. You got some funding from this nonprofit called OpenAI. But then obviously after ChatGPT launched, then we kind of get into this whole era of AI investing. The reason I'm also interested in Web3 is I have been a VC in Silicon Valley for the past 12 years. And I still remember in the early days of blockchain in 2012, we actually met, my previous fund and myself, we actually met Vitalik when he was working at Bitcoin Magazine at the time. So it's really interesting. We're going to dig deeper into the technology, but it's super interesting for us to observe how the technology wave evolved and changed over the past 10, 15 years. And there is very interesting anchor with AI and Web3, how it create value to the economy. And now we're in the crazy world with the tariff, with all the things that's changing. So it's super interesting and very excited to be here.
Okay, Yuji. So Yuji is from Singapore. Yes.
皆さんこんにちは。日本代表として頑張りたいと思います。Hi everyone, I'm Yuji from Startale. I'm a CEO of CSO or Startale. Yes, first of all, I'm a crypto maximalist. So that he mentioned that he is one part of crypto side. And I entered the crypto market, crypto industries in 2021 after Axie Infinity emerged. So I'm originally more entertainment business person. And that was very impressive for me to change the existing entertainment market for the future. And previously, I managed my own Web3 crypto fund based in Singapore with a Japanese listed company. Akatsuki is a digital entertainment company. And also, I joined, as I said, Startale. Startale has two main businesses. First one is a blockchain infrastructure business. So we are one the core contributor of Essah network. It's a Polkadot L1 and Ethereum layer 2 as well. And also we launched the Sonium as a core contributor with Sony Group this year. So this is our focus currently. And at the same time, we provide some development tools for those Sonium and Essah ecosystem. Happy to discuss this very big topic with you. Thank you.
Thank you. And so now we have two guests from Dubai or Middle East, from Dubai and from Abu Dhabi. So Fawzi, can you just explain what you do?
こんにちは。私は Fawzi です。どうぞよろしくお願いします。I'm the CEO and the founder of Essah Advisors Holding, a crypto asset management company based in Dubai. We've been helping high net worth individuals and institutional investors to convert their cryptocurrency, especially Bitcoins, into tangible assets and for them like sustainable cash flow. Regarding your crypto, if you're excited or not, just been telling you like I've been Bitcoin holder since 2012, so I'm a big believer about this technologies, and we definitely know, or we're going to find out today, like how exactly Web3 and AI will implement exactly in our business, and how exactly it's helping our client, our institutional, and how exactly it can maximize our profit. Because let's be frank, we are all here to grow the money and make our life much more easier. Web3 or even AI or cryptos being implemented in our life, and I think by using the accurate data, right now institutional investors or even corporate investors and even high net worth individuals, they can increase now their profit. So I'm more happy to share exactly with you what we have done, what exactly we're doing exactly for our client, and how exactly we've been added value to them. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. And finally, Malik.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate the time. My name is Malik. I'm the COO of Exceed Real Estate. We are a Japanese-owned company, mainly operating in the Middle East, Indonesia, and Japan. And what we do is, in simple terms, is we facilitate real estate transactions through crypto payments. So we make it easy for our global investors to come into the Dubai market and buy tangible, real-world assets with cryptocurrency. In very simple terms.
Okay, great. Thank you very much. So let's move on to, so now we know, a little bit, what all of you do. And maybe we can just, start by, before we talk about the future, maybe you guys can share some of your success in investments in the crypto, blockchain, or AI. Can you guys share that? Again, starting with Jay.
I think the best crypto investment I have made is probably Ethereum ICO back in 2013. I think the price was probably 10 cents US dollars. And I sold most of it when it was like $10 because I was like, oh, it's 100x already and it cannot go any higher. And obviously, I made some mistake over there. But at that time, when people talk about Bitcoin or blockchain back then, I think for us, because we are venture investors, we take almost like historian perspective in understanding technology, how it evolved. So 10-15 years ago, when blockchain was kind of entering the mainstream, people were making fun of it. People think it's yeah, it's a scam, it's a black market. I still remember I bought my first Bitcoin at the Western Union. Like I wired something, I wired money to somebody that I never met, and in hope that I would get something back. And unfortunately, it did. I received my first Bitcoin that way. But that's how far this space has evolved over the past 10-15 years. And now we're looking at Web3. I think it's interesting because I was talking with another GP a while ago, and he is managing a crypto fund, and specifically, I think one thing that's pretty clear at this point is that Web3 is here to stay, crypto is here to stay, but some of the hopes and hypotheses that we have about this technology does not pan out to be the way it's supposed to be. One example, maybe it's controversial, maybe it's not, but NFT thing at least did not pan out to be the expectation that investors hoping to be. But the crypto space in general, the decentralized application and store value, that will persist, and we see a lot of innovation on the layer 1 that's still happening. Layer 2, I think that has been happening. So we'll kind of see that evolve. So the other part, maybe I will just wrap up real quick on the AI side. These two paradigm technology is super interesting because AI is how we as a human society understand unstructured data. Like for once in our lifetime, we were never able to understand and interact with unstructured data, and now we can. And on the other hand, blockchain or Web3 is about bringing structured data on chain. So at its core, it's a public ledger, right? So both technology has its own place, and one might argue that AI probably will bring 5x, 10x value or more value creation than blockchain would. But regardless, I think both technology will create tremendous amount of value for human society over the next 5 to 10 years. So it's super exciting. I'm going to take a pause because it's a super exciting topic, but I'm going to let the other panelists share.
Okay, so Yuji, can you just share with us some of your...
Sure. We have more crypto investor side. So let me talk about the more entertainment side. And one of the core value of Sony, and we always think it's most important, is the mass adoption. So we call it global mainstream. So currently, previously, crypto was mainly for crypto digital vehicle, more native users, and like a meme coin or some more DeFi trading. But we should deploy more seamless user experiences to the more general users on the street and in your towns. So we build those ones with the more infrastructure partners. For example, you don't care about internet connections or, how can I say, more TCP/IP, for example. When you send a Gmail to your friend, you don't care about SMTP. So you don't need to care about those infrastructure. But currently still, we need to care about wallet addresses or some more seed phrases. That's a missing point and one of our biggest blocker to be the mass adoption. So we provide the more Web2-like seamless user experiences through Web3, Web2 technologies. And entertainment is a key to use those to be used by more general users. So for example, if you will make new IPs together with a very famous creators, and you can decide any activities for your favorite idols or favorite singers, what song they will sing in your concert. So that we can utilize those on-chain activities with those Web2 activities. That will be our future. And the conclusion is yes, currently a lot of friction in the Web3 experiences, but in the near future, this mass adoption with seamless user experiences, this is the good massive future for me.
Can you share with us, because your company works with Sony, and you talked about the entertainment, but you know, how's Sony's strategy? Sony can be, you know, the next, you know, the global player in this market, both AI and Web3. And can you share with us, like, you know, what is the Sony's strategy in the future?
Sure. Sorry, I'm not a representative of Sony. So, but let me talk about more entertainment future. So, more generally. So, from my perspective, Sony has a lot of vertical entertainment, right? From gaming or music and others. So we can make it more decentralized with the fans and creators. In traditional business, the greatest creators will create everything by themselves, and they provide to fans in one way. But with Web3, each of you will be the more core contributors with the token NFTs, and your contribution will be more visualized with Web3 technologies. You could receive any financial or more social or incentives from those communities or those business outcomes. That's the future. And of course, existing entertainment businesses are already good, but we can make it more, how can I say, decentralized with more normal users. That's the future of entertainment.
Yes, that's very interesting, and you know, probably, yeah, that could be some of the hint for the guys like me who don't still believe. So anyway, Fawzi, so how can you share with us, you know, since you run the asset management companies, and in the last, you know, 10 years, 15 years, your success?
Well, actually, we are coming from what me and my friend Malik talk about using the crypto stuff. 27% of total Dubai population using it. And we would like to thank UAE government, Dubai government especially, because they've been giving us like solid foundations, not only for us as well, even for the investors to come and to use crypto. So a lot of success, as I said, like, you know, there is before people, like Jay was saying, like, you know, what people wasn't believing in Bitcoins. I can say just here with you two stories. We have a client that show us, like, you know, in 2010 they have been receiving 10,000 Bitcoins, which is for values like now billions, and just they get rid of it because it was scared to be identified as illegal transaction of all these ones. We have institutional investors, which is they have been storing Bitcoins for a long time, and then when it's reached like all-time high recently in December, we've been liquidating those Bitcoins, and now they are owning the hotel in Dubai. We have high net worth individuals. We have let them purchase a yacht in July, which is again delivered in Saint-Tropez by owning a Bitcoin. So the stories about the people, how they can using this type of technology at the moment, and what exactly can be added value to them, to their life, it's unbelievable. So there is a lot of stories that it can be shared for this one. And as well, using the AI and the Web3, again, I'm gonna say it's going to maximize the profit for each investor. That's exactly my personal opinion.
Great, thank you. So, Malik, how about you?
Yeah, okay, so if I can just add to what Fawzi said, you know, first of all, thank you to the UAE government for providing a very supportive platform for innovation. We are in a very, very different situation than probably the rest of the world, you know, because for us things are very easy. The UAE government is behind that innovation, that transformation that's happening in the country, really. And most of the countries in the world, they face a lot of backlash when it comes to crypto. The UAE government looks at it completely different, you know. So what they do is they say, okay, you know, we have a crypto tower coming up. The world's entire crypto community is moving to Dubai. You know, we have companies from all over the world. You know, we have Binance set up there. You know, we have Swedish exchanges from all over the world, etc. And so for us, it's a little bit easier to deal with a lot of the backlash. You know, so we're already seeing in terms of in our business, in the real estate business, we're already seeing real use cases. You know, so we're seeing AI being used every day for transactions. We're facilitating crypto transactions as well in very large amounts. We've done a transaction that was triple digits millions, that we did through Bitcoin without any issues. So for us, we're talking from a completely different perspective than the rest of the world, because things are very, very easy for us. It's very easy to come into the country with a ledger and get cash out liquidity. It's not a big thing. Like Fawzi said, yachts, boats, anything, all of these transactions in Bitcoin for us, it's a different playground.
Okay, so Fawzi,
I would like to support Malik. It is right now becoming you can learn to our office at to my part in Dubai at 10 a.m. having your ledger. By maximum 2 p.m. you can be an owner of a property in Dubai by using your Bitcoin. I don't think there is somewhere else at all in the world that can do this one. This is how much for us Dubai people are very fast supporting again investors all around the world. We've been receiving a big appetite from, especially from Asian investors. Let's say typically the Japanese one, because we are paying here 50%. Where me and my partners like Exceed Real Estate, we're giving blueprint foundation for those investors. So again, I'm saying that's good. I know when you give this live example, like you asked us, you can land to Dubai 10 a.m. And then by 6 p.m. you can be an owner of a property with a document by using the cryptocurrency. That's exactly what.
So you guys are both Malik and Fawzi, so you can convince me that probably the real estate market would be, already, could be solved by bitcoins and cryptos in the future.
And actually, we don't need to convince you.
You think so?
Already, if you know, I'm going to talk to you from two ways. Let's say from the real estate. Dubai real estate have been improving so much actually on this one. The total number of the migration of high net worth individuals have surpassed. And like Malik said, when we speak about big companies, Dubai has been moving to Dubai. And just recently, last month, when Abu Dhabi government invested over $100 million only with Binance, the sale of it. Now, if we're going to talk about, again, back to my favorite topic, which is Bitcoin. I think after what happened 2 years back is like now the total market being shifted. Before it was totally manipulated by the whales. But right now when you see companies like BlackRock, Fidelity, Vanguard are investing in Bitcoins, and then in just less in 14 months, I shared Bitcoin from BlackRock is surpassing $4 billion. When they see it as a reserve asset, when President Trump discussing that they wanted to make it as a reserve asset, I think we should be already convinced by now.
I think that's the very interesting topic, and since we are living in Japan, we still don't have that kind of feeling. But as I said, and especially Malik, you said that you do business in Middle East and also in Indonesia, right? So that's also the future of the market. Is that true?
Look, so just to go back quickly to Dubai, 2021, I believe, was a big wake-up call for the UAE as a whole, when stock markets were falling, people were in absolute crisis mode all over the world. So what happened is at that time, Dubai actually, instead of closing down instead of repeating or cloning what everyone else was doing, they actually opened up. So a lot of the world, be it Chinese, Japanese, a lot of Russians, a lot of Europeans, they just moved the entire world onto a lot of Japanese. We brought in a lot.
Yeah,
of
I know some of them.
You know some of them, and you know the transactions that we did. We brought in the last 2 years more than 2 billion dirhams in total revenue. So 2021 was a start, I would say, and since then the government has just reacted very, very quickly, very rapidly, to make sure that they create a platform and a foundation to make sure that it is something that can sustain on the long term. Going back to what you said in terms of crypto, look, we don't need to convince you, because you just need to look at the numbers. Look where Bitcoin was 10 years ago and look at it where it is today. So,
My last thing I just wanted to add, sorry to interrupt again. It's like Dubai government have launched their first digital currency. So this is almost like, we are working with such a government. So 2021, when the COVID happened, and then the Bitcoin fall down from $3,000, like 2020, the March 2020, the Bitcoin price was 3,000, and we got all the way up in 2021. Like Malik said, when the whole world was closing their doors to the people, the Dubai government, and especially for His Highness Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid, the ruler of Dubai, had opened like Dubai airport for all the investors. So high net worth individuals from all over the world, especially Japan, China, Asia, whatever, response, been coming to Dubai, and they see services, price per square foot, facilitation of payment, less paperwork, and less compliance. We're helping them to elevate their lifestyle. So why not?
Okay, so anyway, I think now our session is over. So thanks again, guys, and I really enjoyed this topic. We talked about real estate, we talked about stocks, we talked about AI, Web3. So I think I was very happy to have a conversation with you guys. And probably after this, please talk to them. They are the specialists, and probably they can teach you more directly. So thanks again, and thank you for the session. Thank you very much.